Yay. All right, so no problem. It's a dance. Vivek, why don't you share with us tell us about the monthly meeting. What's this all about?
Okay. Yeah, hi guys. Sorry about all this this complexity here. This is my first time trying to live stream all the good stuff. But anyway, thanks for your patience. So basically, this is our monthly meeting. It's sort of a brainstorming information sharing session on bionic devices. We try to get guest speakers, like we have Ricardo today, Alexander, and others who are doing work on bionic hands and devices. And it's really just information sharing. So with that, I guess we can get going. And Ricardo is going to talk about his work in Peru.
Hello, thanks for this presentation and thanks for the opportunity to share our work here. And first, thanks for all these years working together, like Enable Chapter and, well, then PIX too. Well, today I want to share you about our bionic technology, most exactly our myoelectrical technology. And before I start, please sorry if I say something wrong because I speaking commonly in Spanish, not in English. Well, I try to explain the better way all this. Well, first, we start working only with mechanical prostheses in, I don't remember, 2015. If you working with the models of e-NABLE, maybe you remember this little prosthesis. We start working with that, and then we are some modified, for example, working with magnets and redesign this part of the glove to better adjust and put a little part to better adjust for the users. And then we start working with different users here in Peru, and the majority of the people who needed a prosthesis needed a prosthesis upper the elbow, because here in Peru is most common the accidents, for example, in the gold companies, or maybe in the petroleum companies, or maybe with I don't know, work accidents in general. And for that, some people said us, please develop something about that. We are working since 2017 about this technology. And now we have this model of prosthesis. This is now a better product because we improve some I don't know, upgrades. For example, we create a photogrammetry program to develop the socket. With the photogrammetry, we develop that, and we then improve our elbow with a little button. Now it's not with button; it's only with a little movement of in the top, and in here space stay the technology, the myoelectrical technology. And when you turn on, the prosthesis is start to function. And then I share you a little video about a user using this. But yes, this is the technology we develop. Actually, is the most needed for people. And then adaptive the technology for prosthesis after the elbow. And yes, this is a foreign prosthesis with myoelectrical technology too. Well, now I share my screen to talking you about a little more about PIX in general. I don't know if it's looking good. Please send me.
Good.
Okay. The needed here in Peru is that is the needed in Peru, in the principal city of Peru. The needed of prosthesis is 80 per month because it's general common the accidents in work here. We have these little testimonials about users and doctors here in Peru, because, for example, Enzo is our users, and before PIX, he used traditional prosthesis, and he have this testimonial. I used a traditional prosthesis for only 3 months, and it was really uncomfortable. The device delayed 2 years to deliver and failed at the 2nd month of use. It's so terrible, this scenario in my country. And then the doctor have a similar feel, because the technology and the feeling with the patients is very horrible. He is a surgeon, a hand surgeon, and he tell us that. And well, PIX want to improve this technology better. We starting working like volunteers with e-NABLE, and then we are develop different upgrades and design our designs to the people who need this kind of prosthesis. And we develop prosthesis for different kind of amputee. For example, in the partial hand, in the forearm, in the upper the elbow. And this is the technology we are developed. Different prostheses, for example, the Pixtronic 2 is the name of in Pixed for this prosthesis, the blue. I don't know if I put the laser now. Okay, here. Okay, this is the Pixtronic 2 is the prosthesis for people with elbow, but a little munion or amputee part. This is the Pixtronic 3, is for people who need a prosthesis with elbow, but it's not in the shoulder. This is the PIX 1 is the similar or the flexi hand in the hand, but the glove and other upgrades is developed in PIX. And this is the PIX 2, is other prosthesis with a better fixed in the forearm. Okay, now. Okay, yeah. How the solution work? Okay, it's very simple now, because we are put some sensors, my electrical sensors, in the I don't know in the part of the technology in this box. We put and embed all the technology, and only collocate of the part of the sensors, or no, the electrodes, to put in the better place to signal muscle signal for the users. And well, we are working a better improve because in the customizable prosthesis, because for us it's very important the user can feel very happy with the prosthesis, because it's a better way to a better adaptive process with the device. And also we improve psychology accompaniment, because for us it's so important talk about the inclusion and the disability with the user, because for us the user has to understand the disability before use the device. For in this way we work these three important parts: the affordable devices, the mental care about the disability, and health. We're working with doctors who is in constantly communication with our users. And all of three parts is because we want inclusion. And this is our mission. This is our principal team, all the team working together for realize that. All of them sincerely know about e-NABLE and have a little connect, a big connection with the purpose of the organization, because they know how to start this. They know and look the first email I sent to e-NABLE to say, please, I want to work with you. I want to collaborate with you. The first pick I sent for I remember for e-NABLE with the first prosthesis I deliver. All this history the people know, and it's so beautiful for us now about. For example, today I'm talking with you about our technology. Well, this is our purpose. This is the mission of PIX, develop better quality of life for the people who need the prosthesis. And well, the marketing is so important for that. We want to have a good communication about our prosthesis, but we don't want communicate the poor part. We don't want to communicate the bad feeling part. I want to communicate the improve, the develop. I want to communicate the positive of the prosthesis. Well, this is the results. 86 delivered prosthesis. The better for us is this. With our prosthesis, 16 adults have the possibility to have a reintegration in her jobs, and 20 childs have the possibility to reintegration for the schools. For us, that's the best result. Not only the number of prostheses, that's the best for us. And now we are working with different surgeons and traumatologists here in our country. And this is the first user of PIX and e-NABLE Peru. And for us, it's very important and very memorable for us this PIC. And this is the testimonials. Now I use. Thanks to PIX, I could obtain a prosthesis, and in these 4 years, they have the prosthesis for 4 years. With the device, I could finish my career and open my own business. And the doctor say that, because the doctor worked with us for our Bionic technology. And now the part most important in this meeting, the Bionic technology in use. Sorry, okay. This is a video exactly for the first time this user used the finally prosthesis for him. Totally independent.
How many months did it take to get to where you were able to make this video for this person? How long ago was his first encounter with you?
So sorry, I can't hear you.
When did you record the video?
This video was recording on September of the 2022.
And when did you first meet this person?
The process with this user start in January of 2022.
Oh, so it went from January until September of 2021.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
Cool.
And it's so difficult. For example, we want to work this in maybe 3 months, but for example, in this case, it's complicated first for the pandemic, and here in Peru, the restriction to mobilization. And the second is because, for example, Roger, the user, is from Arequipa, is not from Lima. And for the pandemic, the mobilization is very regulation, have a very hard regulation for that. And that's complicate a little the process. Sorry, in this moment, I don't know if you hear that. It's in Spanish. It's
No, we don't hear, but you can tell us.
in this part, they have to retire the covers of the electrodes to only collocate them in the socket. In the shoulder, only have a little pin to fix that. If you look, we don't want do the things for the user. Only look all is well. Sorry,
It's very hard not to reach out and do it yourself.
Yes, yes, and now is the first moment to calibrate the prosthesis, and now he start to control. I don't know if you look in the prosthesis, look a little green light. This light is to indicate the correct function of the prosthesis. And in this moment, the user is controller with the muscle sensors. This is the best test for this. And now.
And how does he control the elbow? Is that just with the shoulder strap, or is he able to reach out?
I don't know. It's not in this part. Sorry, I think I cut this part. But yes, in the elbow is controlled here with the button. Okay, here. This little button. I don't know if you look my camera. Yes, with that, so only press. Yes, but he said us a better upgrade for that. And for example, in this case, we upgrade the prosthesis of Roger only for movement. O sea, in place, I replace the button for a crazy button, only moving the button in the correct position, and it's not necessary to use these two parts of the hand. Only the thumb for that.
Okay, so the elbow is manual. The elbow is something where you push
the elbow is manual. Yes, it's because I consulting with different doctors with different therapists, and the most important thing they told us is about the retroscapular movement is not so good for the user, because in the long time this movement generate issues for the I don't know column, I don't know, the back of the user. Yes, and for this reason we consider use the elbow with manual, but now I upgrading that with myoelectrical elbow too. Yes, this will post it in 1 month.
And how many of these motorized arms have you done?
Sorry, what?
How many motorized devices have you given to recipients?
Of this kind, actually, we are working for 4 users delivered in the past, and now we are working to deliver 6 users more in the next month.
So 4 in the past, 6 coming up.
Yes, correct.
Fantastic.
Yes, and 3 of the next 6 users can use the myoelectrical elbow.
I see. Right. It depends on their anatomy.
Yes, it depends of the anatomy. Yes, correct. Yes, and this is our work.
Great. Well, thank
Fantastic.
you so much for sharing, Ricardo. It's awesome to see your work.
Can I ask a number of questions on your designs?
Yes, yes.
John, you had your hand up before I said
No,
anything.
go ahead, Alexander. You can
All
go.
right. What software do you use when you're designing them?
Okay, it's so complicated answer because we use SolidWorks, Fusion 360, Blender, Mesh, and for the photogrammetry, we develop our own software to create the mold in digital. And after we use our software to create this digital model, we pass this to MeshLab and then to Fusion to clearly the object, and then working in SolidWorks and Fusion the basically design and then adapt it in Blender. Yes, it's a many combination of softwares.
That's awesome. That's impressive. What specific myoelectric sensors do you use?
Okay,
Or did you create your own?
No. Actually, we are thinking about that, but it's so complicated because the problematic of sensor actual in the world is so hard to create and negotiate with the with different I don't know, I lose the word in English, sorry, but it's so complicated to create now for this problematic in the world. But actually we use the myoelectric sensor for I know the SpankFun. Yes, the SpankFun is the mark of this myoelectric, and we test with 3 different marks, but this is the best SpankFun. Yes,
SparkFun. All right.
Yes.
And what kind of motors are you using?
We work with servo motors of 4.1 kilograms of torque, but we modified the system of engines to have a better force to adjust the object.
Ooh, makes sense. How long does the battery last on one of those devices?
This is the best part because we're trying a lot in that, because we want the completely autonomy for the users, and we have a better combination of batteries for 12 hours of use, but for 12 hours of very intensive use. For example, for therapy, the user have the possibility to use this prosthesis for 12 hours. But if the user don't have a very intensive use of the prosthetics, maybe the prosthesis have the possibility to have an autonomy of 20 hours.
That's impressive. What size are those batteries? As in, they are 2 milliamps, 5,000 milliamps.
Okay, yes. I don't remember exactly because it's not, for example, 10,000, but I think it's 13,000 milliamperes.
One cell or multiple cells?
No, two cells. Two cells.
Ooh, okay.
Yes. And all this battery is only in these little spaces.
That's how? How did you fit it in there?
It's a very hard work of develop in the past. Yes.
I can imagine. So how heavy is such a device?
Other best part of this is only 1.3 kilograms, not more,
Including the shoulder.
including the shoulder. Yes. Yes.
Wow. That's so and how much, how should I say, how much, if the user is picking up a bucket with their prosthetic arm, how heavy can the bucket be until the arm breaks?
I don't think if I understand the question.
Ben, you're muted.
You're unmuted.
How much weight can the device lift?
Okay. Okay, it's depend of the user because it's so necessary the therapy. But for example, if the user have a correct therapy, the possibility to weight is the 8 kilograms.
8 or 80?
No, 8.
Oh, all right.
Yes. Yes, because for this part in the shoulder, we don't want to force anymore because we realize different designs of experiment with different variables of force and evaluate the torque and the tension force in this part is not available doing more than 8. Yes. The prosthesis without the user, only the prosthesis have the possibility to pull up 30 kilograms. But for the user, we recommend only 8 kilograms.
What kind of cuff attachments do you use? Is it just the mechanical attachment to the limb, or do you also use suction or some form of a string?
No, only mechanical. Only mechanical. Actually, we evaluate a mechanical, but with a different kind of adjuncts. But now only mechanical because the suction for the prosthesis maybe first occupy more space in the device. Is second give a more weight for the prosthesis, and the best observation of the user of traditional prosthesis is so heavy and need the traditional prosthesis are so heavy and need a lot of therapy to have the possibility of use that. For us, we want to do this prosthesis very I don't know,
Lightweight.
lightweight. Yes. Sorry.
How do you have different hand poses? So different grips?
Yes, we have the possibility to work the signals, different put, for example, the fine grip, the hard grip, and then all the poop. But it's depend of the therapy of the user now, because for example, in the first time we only put this movement because it's necessary the user adaptive for this technology, adaptive for use the sensor, adaptive for use the prosthesis move and then use the prosthesis. And then when the user is more comfortable with the device, we improve the possibility to implement this different signal. Now we have a user have 4 signals: the fine grip, the hard grip, the completely, and they want no, sorry, he want this signal because he love rock. But now it's his decision, and we are happy to to realize that.
That's a really impressive approach to leave it to the user to decide on the grips depending on the therapy.
Yes.
On that idea, do you work with prosthetists or occupational therapists, or do you have your own colleagues in your company that do all the medical stuff?
In the staff, we are working with a doctor and with a therapist, but we're working with different occupational therapists and physical therapists here in Peru. Well, it's not directly with PIX, but we are constantly promote different webinars and workshops with the therapists, because before PIX, the therapists don't have an option to realize the exercise, only the traditional exercise to move the hands or move the arms, but don't have the possibility, for example, to catch up something and then the exercise with a weight. For this, we promote different webinars to explain our technology and the possibility for the rehabilitation of the user of use these prostheses. And with that, we're working with different surgeons, therapists, and physical therapists. Yes, we are constantly working and monitoring the rehabilitation of our user with these different therapies. John.
Can you talk about your business model from your point of view, from the surgeon's point of view, and from the patient's point of view?
Yes. Well, we have two principal ways to do this. The first is a foundation with friends. Is only for poor people who need the mechanical prosthesis, and working with people really need that. These people receive exactly all the program, the prosthesis, the psychology accompaniment, the medical accompaniment. But in other place, for example, we have the possibility to work for people have the possibility to pay for a prosthesis. And one, for example, we're doing this in carbon fiber, or maybe doing this signal, no, is for us, this our model to acquire the benefits, to obtain the sustainability for develop of this research. Actually, we are working, for example, with different universities to explain the universities about the bionic technology, and have a program named Inclueduca. Inclueduca is a program to incorporate people with disability who use a prosthesis in companies to work. And yes, we have a lot of ways to obtain the sustainability, but all this thinking in the people, thinking in the people with disabilities, thinking in cover of the opportunities they want to have a new opportunity. For this, the slogan of PIX is PIX New Abilities for Disabilities.
And what about follow-up? You know how long they continue to use the devices, how many hours a day they use the devices, etc.
Sorry,
once they have it, do they use it every day, every week, every month?
Yes, this is so impressive because the user uses the prosthesis all the day, every day. And for this reason, we include in the program a special part to have obligatory maintenance at the 6th month, because all the prostheses at the 6 month. For example, I don't know, sorry, se me olvidó cómo se decía pintura en inglés.
The color, pintura?
Sorry, a little. The painting, yes. At the 6 month, the painting is losing, for example, and need a little maintenance. Or, for example, the grip is the maybe I don't know. I have this.
Right, it's broken. The grip needs to be
Yes, it's maybe broken, or for the use, yeah, is wear away, no. And for this, at the 6 month, the 6th month is obligatory maintenance of the device, and we have user have the prosthesis for 6 years actually, and with continually use. And for kids, yes, for kids, every 1.5 years, we renew the prosthesis of our kids. Yes, but the use is constantly. We recommend a start, for example, in periods. First, 40 minutes using and 40 minutes rest, and 40 minutes use and 40 minutes rest. But with the pass of the time, the user be very adaptive for the device and use every day. But this is monitoring for the therapist to I know, to prevent accidents, or maybe prevent some issues for the user.
How about very task-specific oriented devices? So, for example, somebody that wants to do pull-ups.
Yes, yes, it's so funny for us this, because Enzo, I don't if you remember Enzo of our presentation, wanted replace a hand, so have the possibility to replace the hand to do a grip, to have the possibility to do pull-ups. And yes, we did it. For example, if the user want to, I don't know, for women, for example, when want to paint the face, yes, we develop some gadgets to improve that, or maybe for the cell phone, or maybe for it too, for have the utensils for it. Yes, I am very creative with generate the opportunity for that. It's not necessary only with the prosthesis, because the prosthesis have actually the limitation. We don't work now in the term of the grease, but now I researched that to improve in the next months the movement of the width. But we're, for example, thinking one user when received the prosthesis, the first thing he did was drive a car with the prosthesis. Yes, and we are so impressive, but nervous too, because we don't prove that with that, but he don't have any problem.
Wow. Do your devices have the hand itself replaceable, or is the hand permanently connected to the entirety of the device?
No, we have the possibility to replace the hand.
What kind of mount do you use? As in, how does the hand connect to the device?
Yes, it's all mechanical with I don't know the word in I don't know the word in English. Sorry.
¿Cómo se dice en español?
Engaste.
Engaste.
Setting.
Yep.
The setting is only put with pressure one part in other. Yes, yes. Like this.
Oh, I get it. So it's a friction fit.
Yes, that. Okay.
Great.
I'm asking because I've seen in the international community, one of the standards, it's a very weird bolt. So basically a giant screw with some holes in it. So I was wondering if that's your case as well. But friction fit does sound easier to use.
Yes, yes. And it's easy to assemble too.
It's great. Well, thanks so much for sharing, Ricardo. It's really inspiring work. You guys have been working on this for a really long time. I think you said you have some users as long as 6 years, which is really pretty incredible. Passing the mic to Vivek, is there any topics that you wanted to follow up on from last time or any questions that you have? I know we're running.
Yeah, I have a couple of questions, Ricardo. So one of the things, I think you may have said it, what kind of processing power do you have here? Where, how do you do all the signal processing and activation and all that? Can you say a little bit about the processing horsepower you have for this?
I don't know if I understand the question, but I think it's about our process and the processing of the signals for the use of the prosthesis.
Yep.
Okay.
Right.
We develop a program using Principal, Arduino, and Python. And with that, we embed all this program in the Arduino, in the target of the electronic. Actually, now we are working, yes, in our own controller, but now we use Arduino. In this program, we receive the signal and use a Gaussian filter to clear so good the signal, and then use I don't know, it's in English, pasabajo, pass under, underpass is a kind of, yes, is a filter too, to improve a better signal for us. And then, for example, in the first moment, I don't know if in the video you look, first a red light, then a blue light, and then a green light. In the first moment, in the blue light, we receive the signal in repose, in rest moment of the user to clean all the signal for half the standard. And then in the green light, we put an umbrella for the signal, and when the user give us a signal more highly than this umbrella, this action the prosthesis. But all this have a lot of filters to improve a better signal for this. And then this pass to the Arduino, and there's this controlling the actuators and move all the engines in the prosthesis.
What Arduino board?
Sounds impressive.
Sorry?
What Arduino board do you use?
Arduino Nano with a little PIX addition.
That's awesome. I didn't think Arduino Nano was powerful enough for that.
Yes, but the PIX addition is the magic part.
I would imagine so.
Yes, John.
I'm going to need to leave in a few minutes, but two things. One is, it's an amazing story and a huge achievement. Have you shared these designs with Alexander for the catalog?
Sorry, what?
e-NABLE has a catalog of devices, and
Mhm.
Alexander, who's in the call with us, is working on reorganizing and
Mhm.
sorting our catalog. Have you shared your designs with him? He can put it in the catalog and share it with people if that's something you're interested in.
Yes, I am very happy to share that with the community, but we have only the one problem, the 15 for the elbow. I don't know how we have the possibility to, I don't know, to improve maybe a workshop to evaluate the possibility, share the software to have the photogrammetry, because this part is is all. This is the magician part for the functionality of the prosthesis, but this is the most important. And I don't know, this is very complicated to 15 without the photogrammetry, but yes, now I will very happy to share that. Yes.
Well, so it
Even
sounds
just
like there are
sharing the
two things
devices
to-
is great. Oh, sorry, John.
That's right. One is sharing the devices. And for the below shoulder, it sounds like that would be great. A workshop in which you explain your photogrammetry approach for fitting to the shoulder is also a great idea. And those would be great contributions to the larger community. My question is, how can e-NABLE, the larger community, support you?
Well, if without e-NABLE, we don't have the inspiration, and this is totally I don't know, appointment for me. Maybe cross-sharing works enabled with PIX in the webs, or maybe in the social media. Yes, I don't know. I don't thinking a lot about that, because for us, sincerely, the most important is the people. For us, this is I don't know, the motor of all of that. Yes.
Well, it makes us proud, and you know, we're looking for ways to support groups like yours, and if you think of ways that we can make you even more effective or reach people, I'd be interested in discussing it, because you're doing what we're hoping will be done, and just amazingly well. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Oh, well, I'm thinking in one thing, it's very, yes. Now we have an internship from Switzerland here in Lima, and she want evaluate the possibility to continue with other internship about prosthesis in March, or maybe later, but I don't know if it's possible. Have a conversation with sorry, the pronouns with her about this possibility.
Oh, sure, we'd be happy to talk to her. That would be great.
Yes. This is the philosophy of PIXet: only create and share, and all of this inspiring the people.
All right,
That's great.
you've inspired me. Thank you, Ricardo.
I was going to suggest that if we do a workshop, that you can run the workshop in Spanish. And what we'll do is we can make English
Yes,
captions
this
later.
is so interesting part, because my colleague and me now all this technology better in Spanish. Well, in English a little bit, but
Sure.
if the possibility to have a translating is good.
Well,
We can do
and
that.
it'd be great to have it in Spanish. We have a large number of chapters in
Okay.
Spanish-speaking countries too. So
Okay.
we can do the workshop in Spanish. They'll be very excited to be able to watch the video in Spanish, and then the English is something that we can add in later for others.
Okay, good.
I've got to go. Ricardo, please congratulate and thank your entire team. I know it's not just you. Let them know that we know it's all of them too.
No, thank you, thank you. For me, it's very important contribute to enable, because this is the start point for Pixel. This is the start point for all of this. I am very happy to share with you all of this evolution.
Great.
Thanks, Ricardo. This is really impressive. Thanks for your time.
Thanks you.
And Vivek, when do we meet next? And I guess maybe it's worthwhile to mention that you will be out of the country for the next 2 meetings.
Yeah, I'll be in India for a couple of months, actually, 6 weeks, starting at the end of February. So I can help out, link up with any hubs in India if you want, John, or I mean, John's not on the call anymore, but yep.
Oh, that's, yeah, not a problem. We can look at that together. And I'm just checking the calendar. It looks like the next meeting will be the first Friday of March, which is on the 4th. So I'll either stand in and host, or we might get somebody else from the community to participate.
That would be the best. Yep.
Great.
Yep.
All right. Perfect. Well, thanks so much,
All right.
Vivek.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, see you.
Bye.
Remember to copy the chat.
So I'll give you a call if I can't figure it out.
Okay, sounds good.
Yep. Okay. Thanks.
See ya.